I'm gonna hit this recording button,
Oh
even
yeah,
though
for
it's
sure.
not part of the class, because I already know we dropping gems. Sometimes I don't know that we're doing that, and then when I started talking about it, we're like, oh dang, we dropping gems.
Go ahead, bro. Let's go.
So yeah, it's 8:15. I appreciate everybody that joined. Um, if y'all have any questions at any time, feel free to, raise your hands or unmute yourself, however you'd like to do it, or drop the questions in the chat. Um, so first of all, appreciate you, DD Trades, for hopping on this class and things of that nature, just to talk about the strat. I'll pull up my charts. Oh, hold on. Will you have? I'm not sure if you're on your computer or on your phone. Would you be available to show your screen if you need
Oh
to?
yeah. Yeah, I have yeah, I'm on my laptop, bro.
All right, awesome. So first things first, I wanted to make this kind of like a Q&A session and just ask you questions. And just put the light on you. You're an amazing trader, and you also trade the strat just like I do. I'm pretty sure you're gonna ask me questions as well. So first thing I want to ask you is like, even though we're strat traders, right? We trade price action, and we also know, what a bull flag is, or whether it's a cup and handle. We know it to be, 2 1 2s, 3 1 2s, and things of that nature, and we can explain it in that nature. But my first question for you would be, well, I'll say it's a double question. What is your favorite pattern, and what is your favorite strat reversal pattern?
So the pattern that I like most is the inside bar. I'm sure I think many of you guys are aware of it, you know. Inside bar is like literally just it's just ranging. It's just deciding one range and just hanging in there, right? So it's like it's brewing for a move. Honest, if there's an inside bar on the daily, I think that's the most favorite pattern because it makes it very clear which side it would break, you know, and then the targets are clear at that time because most of the time when it hangs out in the range the targets are like very nearby, but it takes out few at a time when it moves. I have an example actually. We traded at sea a while back. Let me share my screen.
Yeah, go ahead. And I definitely agree with you with the inside bars and it taking out liquidity or well, let's talk strat and it takes out the target. It'll normally take out the target, come back down, come to a nice support, and then continue on up, but taking out the target slowly but surely.
How the fuck do I go ahead and uh
All right. So do you have on your end does
oh
it
yeah,
say
I got it. Got it. I just missed that then option. I bet. Can you see the screen?
Yep.
I bet. So inside bars are really decent because you know they're just pretty much hanging in the range. So the one of the examples that I've I traded, so it's this range. So if you see this green candle, it's hanging in the range. So it's in inside bar, right? Because it didn't break the high or the low of the previous candle. So it just creates a range that you don't want to trade in that range, but you want to trade when one side of that breaks the next candle. So this one now it broke the high, right? With the next candle on daily and daily time frame is a really big time frame which makes like big moves. So it broke on the next day and then it took out this yellow high, this candle high, this candle high, and then this candle high. So the targets are like usually nearby because it's hanging in the range and it's creating the triangle. I'm sure you guys are aware of the triangle. I'm sure everyone has tried making triangles like this, right? So it's just breaking out of that. So
Absolutely.
one of these is favorite, and then second is continuation, which is a two bar. I'm not sure if everyone is actually aware of what that scenario means in the strat. If not, just let me know. So usually a two bar in strat is just a candle breaking just one side of that bar, like previous bar. So let's say, so this candle is two right here. Since it only broke one side of the previous candle. It just broke the low, right? So this is considered as a two. Same thing as goes for this. So usually what happens is when you see it on a bigger time frame, like this is green, then this goes green. So this is two up. So two up means continuation. So if people have been buying back then, I think there are gonna be more buyers still in the play, right? So they'll push the price up. The target hasn't met yet, so it's a continuation. So continuation is risky because it can happen like this. So let's say, okay, so today we open here, right? Then we went all the way up in the pre-market, and then we just came right back down, right? So if you were to be in this play in the morning, you would have made decent, but if you have just held it, it just came right back, right? So that's a fail two up because it did a red candle. It was a continuation until it wasn't, right? When it reversed in the middle of the session. I think actually just in the morning when it decided.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, it gapped up and then it opened and had a big spike right away, right? And then it just came right back down. This would have been a good short actually, if you were to look at let's say I usually when try to find day trades, the time frames that I use is mainly 5 and 15 to find my plays in the morning, when it has sudden breaks, like when it opens, it goes up or like down like right away and it reverse it right back, after 5-10 minute, so 5-10 minute candle really tells you the view. So let's say yeah, you were following this morning, right? So if you see this candle on a 5 minute, it's a bearish candle. Like you can see the pressure that they just brought it down, right? So you could have, so this is another one, actually 2-2 reversal. So it's in the strat is called 2-2 reversal. So this was two, and then but it was green, right? Then it closed red, and then next candle did a straight up two down. So that's a 2-2 reversal pattern that we use in Strat, and it gives you decent play, right? Like so, you just mark the high of this candle, right, and probably as your stop loss, and then take the entry right here and just 2-3 candles until the pre-market. Usually I check the pre-market low and then that is my range. I mark it, but I think this gap when it open, I will take this as a target and just wait until it hits. So
Yeah.
2-3 candles and you would have made decent because it's a $2 move, 69 to 67. There's a $2 move, right? And options move a lot right at that time. So,
I got a
but
question for you, Didi.
go ahead, bro.
Um, I'm gonna help the group because I know that they have questions, but they're thinking of their questions. So
Okay.
before I even give you this question, one thing I want to say, amazing chart.
Yeah,
I'm
thank
trying
you.
to
I like them. I like them colors, bro. Like I like it a little bright. The same thing with the volume bars and shit. Yeah,
yeah, and I see like all you have is the volume bar on there, and I see
yeah,
you're trading naked candlesticks, and I love how you're doing it because it's like I have to have the numbers on there since I'm
mhm,
teaching people it so they can understand it. But people looking at your chart, they get the understanding where it's like, no, it's not an indicator. Um,
right.
However, I still use the RSI, so I'm gonna
Oh, you
say that
do. That's
yeah,
okay. Hey, hey,
I
everyone
know
has
it's
their own system.
okay.
Everyone has their own system. Everyone has their own system.
I
No harm,
know,
no
I
foul.
know. Rob would laugh at me here. Man, leave that RSI alone. Long story short, I'm still gonna look at it like you have an indicator since you have the volumes on there. I made sure to turn mine off, like it's all in the candlesticks, but that's just us just sharpening swords. Anywho, question is, what is your confirmation to enter your trade? Any time
Confirmation.
you're utilizing, like, yeah, what's your confirmation?
So usually so let's say if I'm not in a swing and I'm trying to look for a day trade, right? So I will try to like see the couple of the stocks. So I only trade upside, as you know, like I don't trade puts at all, right? It's only calls. So it makes it really easy. So this is my watch list that I have that I just watch every single day, and I
Oh,
just
hold
go
on, hold
through
on.
it in the pre-market.
Okay, cool. Let me go ahead and take a picture of your little watch
Yeah, I'll share
and
it
your
to you
big watch.
actually. I'll share the script to you if you want. I'll share it in the chat. Yeah, so everyone has it, you know. It's just these are the only stocks that I really trade, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Has a lot of I'd say around 20 to like I think 30 to 200 dollar stocks type, you know, or 400 because those are the most like volatile but like slight cheaper because I
Yeah,
like
but
my
you
so
make them all cheaper.
absolutely. Yeah, no. If you see the option that I choose, right? Like the strike and the price that I choose, it's
I
always
know.
gonna be under 100.
I
So,
know.
because I don't like trading big, you know, expensive. It doesn't make anyone more
It
comfortable with
does.
that, you
Yeah,
know?
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. And all we are looking at the percentage gains. We are not looking at the dollar amount, you know.
Yeah.
Then you can
I be
increase the position because it's only 100 less than 100 a contract, right? Like $60 or $70 a contract.
yeah.
So yeah, the question was,
And what are you saying specifically when you're saying that you're not looking at the dollar amount? You talking about the premium?
no, 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 just mainly just the dollar amount. And then seeing actually, I choose my strike, the strike price that I choose. I choose that on my
Oh,
on basis of my targets, right? So
I
if
see
I
what you're
have
saying.
target of let's say this is RTX, right? So let's say my entry is some like somewhere here, and then my target will be like 94, right? So I will choose the 94 or like 93, depending on what the price is. So like let's say $94 call was like about 70, or like actually 50. Then I will go 93 because I can afford it as long as it's under 100, you know.
Yeah, you playing yeah.
Not a big criteria, but I like to see how it acts around my entry point, like how I found the levels, like just looking at the candles high and low. I like to see that entry point break nicely.
Yeah.
Um, because it acts right away. Like it acts right away. If you see it in a strat, it's like actionable signals, right? If you
Yeah.
know that concept, yeah. So that's what I look for, and that's why my levels. If you
Can I
see it in the
stop you real
morning,
quick?
go ahead.
Bernice, I see that you're on here.
Yes,
You see what
yes,
he just said? You see how he said it acts right away?
yes,
You seen how when I was live trading and showing y'all stuff today, you seen how it just right away?
yes.
Mhm.
Okay. Keep going real quick. My bad. I just wanted to say that real quick.
That's okay. That's okay.
Thank you, thank you.
So, so
Whatever.
usually if you see my levels, like when I post my watch list, right? I'm not sure who follows, but like I post a watch list, I think like every 2 or 3 days, and possibly on Sunday
Can
most
I
of the
stop you right
time.
there, DD
Go
Trey?
ahead.
Because
Yes,
you just
yes,
sound so fire.
yes.
All right. So, I'm gonna say it this way, and then I'm gonna ask you a question. Because I'm gonna say my own answer. What I just
Mm-hmm,
love that you just said was, that you post several watch lists throughout the week.
mm-hmm.
Um, and when I start to do that as well here in the Discord, for the full access side, one thing I want you to understand is when posting a watch list, right? A watch list is meant to be watched just for that period of time, maybe that day or 2 days. After that, you have to recreate those levels again, or even if you're trading something else on some sector rotation type of style, you'll have to continue to, I wouldn't say look at it, but have your entry and continue to fix your entry depending on the time frame, or I would say not time frame, but the range. I don't think y'all can see my mouse as I'm circling on his screen, but that big green candle on your range. And it's important to continue on. You can't just have one level and think that, hey, if it breaks this level, we're always gonna go up. Why? Because reversals happen where you
Yes,
may wanted this level and is now going to break that level, but the risk, the reward that is going to give you is not going to be as handsome if you would have grabbed the reversal from the bottom. um so my question to you is, why do you make multiple watch lists throughout the week?
because usually, so let's say on the sometime when Monday, like we might have FOMC or something like that. So sometime in the early week it's gonna range or something like that, depending on that. It's not gonna be the same outcome every time. You're not gonna have the same trend every single day, right? Like it changes throughout the week, right? So if I'm thinking that now, I think these are the level, like it passed it and it still has a way to go more up. Since I only do upside, I will look at that, and it makes my side more clear, right? Because I'm only looking for upside calls. So I see if it has more way up to go, then I look at the SPY outlook and see how it goes. So depending on that, it's like multiple watch lists, yeah. Or if some stock is ready, like let's say even SPY sometime might have a rangy day or slight bad day, but that stock will still be up, like that sector. I check the sectors as well actually in the morning before pre-market. I check the sectors and see how they are reacting, or like how they open first 10 minutes.
Yeah, that's super dope. Absolutely.
Yeah,
Um,
I have a write-up on that. I will actually post that in my channel. So I think that could really help people because so I selected Dollar Tree. I'm not sure if you're so I took Dollar Tree as my swing today, right? I checked the XLP sector, right? Since it's staples, consumer staples. So it was looking good. So and that was like in the green sec, like if you look at it, like it was passing up, and I see the target as this. So we still have more room to go. Time frame continuity, these are the time frame continuity. Whoever is aware of it, it's a handy tool. It's a really handy tool. I think I will talk to you. I think Moody will let me know when to talk about that. We'll get on that subject later.
what subject? My bad. My mother was
Time frame continuity, bro.
Okay, no, yeah, absolutely. We'll get to that in due time. So I want to get Memo's question out there for you. Memo has a question and he says, "Do you have a criteria for premium or a range?"
Just the range actually, no criteria. Actually, I look for like certain type of volume. Like I at least need some volume because without volume, I don't think it's gonna move, right? So I look for some volume, and I try to see which stock will like move is likely to move that to my target, in a week. So a criteria that I have is I want to have more than 1 or 1.5 week for expiry. So usually it's about maybe if I'm choosing on a Monday, I would choose this week depending on how expensive it is. If my target price, let's say this $76 price, 76 strike price is less next week, then I will choose the next week, so I have more time on it. Because usually I'm not sure if you've noticed, but some of my alerts like they happen but they take a little bit time. They work out really well, they take the targets out, but they act in a certain way. Like sometime if it doesn't act right away, it's going to take a little bit of time and then act. So example I have is Best Buy. I chose the swing on Friday. I think we got into the swing on Friday. So I think this was the candle, right? And what I had expected, I think we took it somewhere around, yeah, 77.6 or something like that. We took $80 call as my target was this one. We took that, so I thought it was gonna continue, but it didn't break the upside. So you see why I'm saying like um this two up and two down are like important in strat because look, 78.19, I think that was a level that it went to, but then next day it couldn't break into it. Like it came down, then it reversed and try to break that, but it didn't. It wasn't able to. So it just came right back down and then just hung out in this range, right? From past 3 days or 4 days actually, yeah. And then today it actually broke out, but came right back to retest it. So let's see what happens tomorrow if we reach $80 or slight more than that. Actually, there's like I think low volume area here, so probably like 80.30, I'd say. So keep an eye on this one tomorrow. It might act up. So if SPY is good, then I think this is gonna have a good day. possibly. It might touch that and then drop right back or just keep going a little bit. What are the criteria that you have when you choose, like, let's say you create a watch list and you have your levels, right? Like, so what is a confirmation to you to enter that trade?
You talking me or Memo?
Oh
Or
yeah, no, you, bro.
my criteria are universal reversal. So I'm gonna always love tweezer bottoms and morning stars. Those are my go-to. Honestly, those are basically everything that I trade. Tweezer bottoms and morning stars. I have a way of trading them as well, with time frame continuity. Um, and I gotta also give Rob his props because he helped me fine tune it with the things that he does with the strat. So I would say if it's in the strat terminologies, it'd have to be the 2-2 reversals and then the 3-1-2s. Yeah.
Okay, not bad, not bad. How you feel? Oh, so it's 3-1-2. So you look for an inside bar as well, right?
Yeah, I love inside bars.
Nice, nice.
It just
I
makes
so you use more of a trading view, or what do you use
I use
to look at the
trading
charts?
views.
You do
I use
use
trading
trading view,
views.
okay.
Yeah, I should be on TOS and I'll be there sooner or later. It's just
I feel like I have an old soul because I'm using Thinkorswim. But no, Thinkorswim, I think it suits me better than TradingView.
yeah,
'Cause I don't have any use for indicators, right? So me using TradingView is just simply not worth.
yeah. I understand that you literally trading the candlesticks.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
Me, the advantage that I have with trading views is the fact of the tools that they provide. I don't use all their like little fancy tools that they have and stuff like that. However, I just really like the 50% retracement. Um, it really helps me identify the next levels, the next moves, and capitalize on my moves as well. Um, I also utilize the range as well. I do it all together simultaneously, regardless of the fact it's still a strat. Um,
Right.
yeah, we trade very
Okay.
similar. I just did a class, basically, I think it was 2 weeks ago, on a ETF class where I was suggesting to people that, when seeing SPY or any ETF or things of that nature, you can go to the sectors, and whether it's XLE or anything of that nature, if they're performing pretty well, you can go into that sector and see other stocks that's performing pretty well as well. Or if that sector had a really rough day or a rough week, it's good to go look at it and see if you can get a reversal pattern off of it and capitalize off of it. So, and you basically was just talking about that. So that's amazing. And one thing I do want to note because I see it on your charts, and I'm a
Hmm.
strat. You do have a lot of triangles on your charts, but I can tell that they're broadening formations. Um,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah. So I just wanted to just note that. But
Yeah, I like broad informations. They're pretty good. You know, they tell you like look at this, CVX chart, right? Like it came up and then so it tells you that range is expanding, right?
mhm.
Um, right. So this I think this was really interesting to me. That's why I think I opened this chart up. It's looking decent actually. Oil is not looking too bad. It's been ranging like past 3 days, right? But today we had like really good reversal right away because it couldn't break the yesterday's low. Right? It
Mhm.
was red day yesterday, and then it just reversed right back up, and it just came all the way to 157 almost. So I think this can be a decent one tomorrow. Like if oil decides to run, it can be decent. The
Check
time
the
frame
2 week.
continuity. Say again.
Check the 2 week on it.
You want to do 2 week? I have a week, but I can do customize.
Oh, well, I don't want to mess with your chart. Never mind, bro. Don't worry about it.
All good, bro.
We
two
can start
week.
traveling into time frame
The
continuity then.
hell? All right. Oh, there it is. Week. But it's only let's look at the 2 day chart. So I use 2 day chart. I don't know if you
Yeah,
have
me
used
too.
it. You
Yeah,
do?
yeah, I
Okay.
do. I do 2 day, 3 day, 4 day, 5 day. 10-day. Okay, it's a lot going on.
Yeah, it's a lot of levels actually. It's a lot of levels.
You're
My
trying to
bad.
look like Rob's.
Very, it's
Always
yeah,
support and
it
resistance.
goes back, bro. It goes back. I just drew this chart so just for this one. But yeah, it's a lot of levels. You know, you're gonna see my charts, but like have marked a lot of levels. And it really helps me actually for some reason, you know, it tells me the previous level. The
Yeah,
new levels, I don't know, but the previous levels I can, you know, I can see it like, you know, how it was acting before at that level.
yeah,
So it's really, you know, yeah.
yeah. I give you a gem. Look to your left. Look to your left real quick. Is going to measure that same move right there. You see on top of the broadening formation.
Uh,
Come down, come down. No, no. You see the next bar
this
up. The next bar up.
this one?
No, no, the next one to your left up. Right. The next. Oh, you was there. Go to the yellow one.
This one?
All right. Wait, just stay right there. Go
Okay.
all the way up to the uptrend. To the uptrend to the right.
Oh, this one.
No, 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 no. Look, you see your blue line right there? The yellow candle that's hitting it before it breaks through.
Which one? 170,
Yeah,
167.
your broadening formation. Your broadening formation.
Oh, I see it. Oh, this one.
No, no,
This
no, no,
one.
no. You see, yeah, yeah. Touch your broadening formation. That one, that one. You just touched it.
Oh yeah, okay, this
No,
one.
no, no, no. Right, that yellow bar, the yellow bar, right there. That one. That's where
Okay.
it's going. It's gonna whatever that move was. I don't use TOS, so hold on. I gotta look at the high. The high of that candle is where it's going.
Give me a sec.
Yep, right there. That's where it's going. The high of that
So it's
candle.
about 3.6%.
Yep, that's what it's gonna give you.
Yeah.
Yep.
3.6%. Yeah. So yeah, that's why I have this, you know, move mark right here, 159, right?
Mhm.
I look at it slight lower than the high because you know those are the I think I probably found that on the lower time frame. But yeah, I choose it slight lower than the high because that's most likely to more likely to touch. You know, usually it doesn't touch that right away. But so yeah, I think CVX is looking good. It's looking pretty actually. Look at this. Look at this.
Looks
This
sexy.
is an inside bar actually. Yeah, look at this. 2 day inside bar. It's a bigger time frame. You know, if you were to look at that, let's take a example, right? Let's take an example. So if you had an entry at 152.08, as long as it was above it, you should be in it. Like, you know, that's your entry queue right there. So it went down and then it came back up, so you should be in that play still, like, you know, going so let's say I know a lot of people actually have hard time finding targets, but let me make this easy for you, okay? These, I count this like in the strat, it's like high of the candle, low of the candle. These are the two things that matters and for the target, right? So your target, if your entry is here, your target will be this. You can take this, like all the previous targets that, you know, previous highs, like this is been a good target, like you see that, you know, and it still did that thing. It ranged here in the same, you know, same like 155 to 153, just ranged for 4 days, and same thing here. It almost broke that, but it didn't. This one broke and came right back, and then next day, whoever was expecting like, you know, it's gonna go more, no, it's, you know, they're wrong because it was touching, it already expanded the range, so now it's gonna go back down and um try to test this support, right? So it went, so these are going to be your targets. So it will make it really easy for you. Same thing happened like, yes, no, yeah, 2 days. Yeah. So like, I think Friday and Monday. Yeah. Those are the days. If you see it, it went to this 157 target, 156.84, and then came right back down because they know, like, you know, they've run it down before as well. It's a good seller, um, good sellers out there at that time. They were pushing the price down, but today it broke up and closed above. So it's decent. This is an inside bar too right now. So if we were to break 156, it's gonna be good. So keep an eye on this one, and you know, if CVX runs, XOM runs, and so does Oxy, OXY. So keep an eye on oil stocks. Should be good, hopefully.
Absolutely. Real quick, do you want to because I know we about to wrap up. Do you want to talk about time frame continuity, or does any before I even say that, does anybody have any questions? Somebody asked, Moody, could you explain how you know that where price is gonna go? What sets the criteria for that? What's the best way to answer that? Bigger time frames, bigger confirmation. I know Didi Trade didn't say that, but he basically said that. Um, Bigger time frame, bigger confirmation. How he even went to the 2 day, and he was like, and he was talking about that inside bar, and you see how excited he got, and he was like, oh snap. He was like, yeah, this is the 2 day. This is the 2 day chart too. Yeah. The bigger the time frame, the bigger the confirmation. Is what sets the criteria for that. Inside bars and actionable signals is what moves the market. And my I wouldn't say my universal reversal patterns is just the chart's universal reversal patterns, which is tweet the bottoms and morning stars. Well, tweet the bottoms, morning stars, tweet the tops, evening stars. However you want to look at it. I'm saying that's all. Well, I ain't gonna say like it just depends if you can. It depends on how you see. This is what I would say. Can you leave your chart right there, just like that? Bernice,
Yes.
can you see?
You want me to zoom in a bit?
Hey, go ahead.
This is the candle that you're trying to focus on?
No. I was just show me your chart. Oh, leave it just like that, just like
All
that.
right,
Bernice, you
beautiful.
can see. I'm not gonna test you. Don't worry. But can you see?
Tweezer tops, tweezer bottoms.
You can see now, right?
Yes.
You know how to trade it, right? Or learning how to
Yes.
trade it.
I'm learning how to trade
Gotcha. I ain't gonna let you lie and stuff. Um,
it.
it's always about righteousness. But yeah. So you see, just like how she was able to see certain things of that nature. You're actually in the coaching program, bro. So you're gonna you I have to you have you should have my one-on-ones, my booking book book me sometime next week, so that you can get your questionnaires done. So that I can give you one of the most phenomenal classes that you will ever embark on in your life. And it's a class that I have to show you. And once I show you, you'll be able to navigate those orders and understand. DD Trades, Melena has a question and says, DD
Yeah,
Trade, how
I'm
do you?
answering that.
Okay,
Yeah,
cool.
so usually the amount of price like I'm willing to lose per contract, right? So like let's say if I choose a contract which is one contract each is like 70 a piece, right? So I try to see how much I'm willing to lose on this one, right? Like what's my risk level and what not. So I usually choose it at max is like $35 per contract because I usually go in with everyone should have a different position, everyone. So, but I get about 10 to 12 contract depending on how the price is. If it's under 100, I usually go with 12 contracts, depending on what I think is going to happen and how far is the target. So my stop loss is based on the price of the contract. So if it's 70, usually it goes to like -$30 or -$35 per contract, but I'd say 30. I would cap it at $30 per contract. That's my price that I'm willing to lose per contract for a stop loss. Or you can choose, I usually
That's not bad, bro. That's a tight stop. I like that.
yeah.
That's a
And
tight
and
stop.
and usually what I do is I don't do hard stops. Hard stops I've seen so many liquidity sweeps, like they will stop you out and then they will go, and I've had it happen so many times, not gonna lie. Like, on a daily basis, it happens. It happens. Like I think last week so I think I alerted an Amazon play. Amazon Play stopped me out. Okay. I was confident on that one and I went in with a decent amount and it stopped me out. And I was so pissed. And I'm like, wow, wow. because it broke that level that I was watching and it just went below that, and then it did another candle after that on 5 minute, and I'm like, okay, I think this is done. So I got stopped out, and then it reversed right back up, right? So I try not to keep the hard stops. I, try to watch the chart at that time and see how it acts. Because it can reverse, because I chose it right at the open. Yeah. Like it went to like 22, 25% after my entry. But the thing is, it just reversed right back down. So I'm like, it's not enough profit. I'll just stay in it. I think it's gonna hold. So yeah.
So just to clarify, you're basically saying that your stop loss is really 50% roughly based on the price that you pay for the contract.
I'd say so. Yeah, I'd say so. Like usually if it's under like around 70, 80, I think that would be my thing. Yeah, 25 to $30 loss per contract. That would be my stop loss. Yes. How do you see, how do
Thank you.
you, like, let's say you enter option trade, how do you see your stop loss? So like, do you do it as a price action? Like you have your levels, like let's say if it doesn't break this level, then I will cut it, or like, I will cut it or I won't cut it. So is it based on the price action, like, or the actual dollar amount or the percentage amount? How do you do it?
You're asking Moody, right? Not me.
No,
Just
no, I'm
confirming.
asking you. No, 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 I'm asking you. You asked the question, right? So
Oh,
I'm asking
oh,
you
for
right now.
me, yes.
Yes.
So what I like to do is I like to look at the price action because I'm doing futures. So I'm trying to slowly get back into options because sometimes I have a good run with options, then I'll just do some janky stuff and get greedy and then you know, go back to
Absolutely.
like square
Yes,
one. So I
absolutely.
definitely like futures, and I like futures because it's like true price action. So then I can actually look at the bodies of the
Mm-hmm.
candle. So then as I start seeing like, hey, if we're gonna break a major swing low, I'm like, you know what, just get out. You know what I mean? So then I look at NQ and then trade SPY. You know what I mean? So whatever NQ is
Okay.
doing, most likely SPY is doing it because of the weighting or whatever. Because I don't
Okay.
like ES. ES is too slow for me.
So how many times have you had it happen to you where it stops you out and then it runs right back up?
Oh my God, it happened so
Yes,
many
a lot
times
of
to me
times.
today.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
it pissed me off today. I was like, oh my God, I kept getting stopped out because
Absolutely.
today I started using the copier in Tradeovate. So I said, you
Right.
know what? I was like, if I'm in my eval accounts, I was like, I gotta practice the copier and I gotta get the
Right.
entries. I gotta be sniper about it, like in and out, in and out, in and out. So
Mm-hmm.
I got stopped out quite a bit.
And I think with that strategy, what goes wrong, like I've used it and I still do it sometimes. What goes wrong with it is like how we structure it. Let's say like I will do $50, $50, $50 like that, right? But if you get one bad move, then it right, like then you start to get greedy, right? Like you catch these small moves like 2 point, 4 points, 5 points on futures, but then there will be a moment that you will get greedy. Even if you're up on the day, you will take that one trade. It all takes one trade to wipe that, right? And I've had that happen so many times actually. Even like when I was starting to trade futures, I've had it happen a lot of times. Yeah, it's normal. It's normal. It happens.
Yeah. Like even today, if you saw with NQ, you know how like we went to, the previous day high, right? And I'm like, okay, we're gonna reject here. But I said, let me wait. And they just kept pushing, pushing, pushing. And then when it pushed, all it was just a liquidity sweep to try to get fake people out, and then just took that dump. You know what I mean? But sometimes it's like you just gotta be patient with those like with that. But yeah. So I'm trying to be better about the waiting for the confirmation so that way I don't have to get stopped out as much.
Absolutely, absolutely. That's a good idea. I think you might be talking about which, I think this one,
Was
and
that
then
is
it
that what it
came
was?
back
It
down.
went
Yeah,
higher. Yeah.
I think it's this one that it went high, because it broke this, right? It broke this thing and then came back down, try to retest it because it was consolidating before here. So this whole box is the range. It tested and then it went right back up. Absolutely. Moody, what you got?
What's the
Don't
question,
be
bro?
on your phones scrolling on TikTok, bro. Stop with that. Enough with that.
Tick tock, tick. What's the question?
I don't know. We
Okay.
were just talking about like NQ. I think she took a trade somewhere here or something, and she got, I think, stopped out or it got rejected or something like that.
Where did you
So
enter in, Milena?
Oh, so I had multiple trades. So I actually at one time in the morning at 8:30, I caught the bottom, right? Because you saw that
mhm.
we had news. Remember right before news happened, right? It was tanking down. And then what I did was I did a fib on the swing high, swing low, and I actually got in at the 618 around 8:30, and then it moved up or whatever. But that was like a paper trade because I couldn't log in. Like, my trade of eight got accidentally disconnected from my trading view. So I took that. And then as we were pushing up, right? And I was like, yo, I was like, we're gonna come down, we're gonna come down. So I looked at the settlement from the prior day, right? So you basically look at the candle, you look at the close from the prior day, and that could be a target, right? So as I
Mhm.
saw we were pushing up, and I was like, yo, it's gonna come down. And I said, let me wait. Don't you know it just went up just to do that wick that Didi was showing, and then it just fell down. Like right there. You see that candle right there?
Mhm.
Yep, that was a
Yeah,
fake
that's
out
the
because I think that
one.
level that you had probably was like a prior day high. So that's when you just gotta wait and just be patient about it, and then just wait to see when it stops. And then as soon as you get those tweezer tops, boom, boom, evening start, take it down.
Yeah.
This is the level that I have marked right here. It's a previous level. I think it's I've marked it previously. I think 2 weeks ago or something like that, or maybe last
Yeah,
week. Yeah. And then it
that's huge.
look at this. It went right back down, right below this, and it was struggling to
Mm-hmm.
get back up. Then it broke it, then it
Yep.
went up, tried it, and then came back, retested it, and then went back up. Right. So yeah. But I think Tina's has a question, I believe so.
All right. Tina, what was your question? Oh, T Nez. What's your question, T Nez?
Has
Here, I'll ask you to unmute. You can unmute. You still muted, T Nez. All right. I'm not oh, I remember talking to you. I'm not sure if you just hit the raise your hand button on accident. However, one thing that I would say before us jumping off, do you want to touch on time frame continuity? I don't think anybody has any other questions. If anybody has any questions, please drop them in the chat or you can unmute yourself. Even if you have a question for me. Um I could talk about time frame continuity after you if you want to.
Go ahead, bro. Start it.
All right. So with time here, I'll show my screen. I
Bet.
like,
So I'll
I like
close
to use
this.
yeah, I like to use the chart too.
Go ahead, bro. The stage is all yours, man. Take a bow. Take a
He's
bow.
like,
Take a bow.
he's like, take the charge, Moody. I feel you,
Talk your
bro.
shit. Talk your shit.
I appreciate it. Dang, I don't even know what I got open on here. Oh man. All right. Lead it up. Read the fire. Oh my gosh. Bro, stop, bro. All right, cool. Um, my chart wasn't ready.
All good.
Oh man, I got this brush. Hold on. All right, so time frame continuity. Let me go to chat. Let me see if somebody says something first. DD trades. Will you be calling out future trades or can you post levels?
Actually, if you want, I can post levels actually. I think I did have a channel, but I'm not like posting it on a regular basis or something like that. But I will definitely post some levels on it. I did post on SPY most of the times when I post a watch list. I post the levels on SPY if I'm studying pre-market. So from that you can try to predict it if I don't put it on NQ levels, but I will try to do it possibly next time.
Yeah, don't stress yourself, bro.
Tomorrow is FOMC, so I think after that we'll see the range, like what it creates, and if it does a reversal or something like that. I'll try to post some.
Appreciate it, bro. Um, Didi, how do you proceed from swing trading? What is your entry time frame?
So swing trading, I usually look at I started from the bigger time frame to and then go on the lower time frame. So I start from weekly, then daily, then I check the 4 hour, 1 hour, and then the entry happens. Like I try to see how the 1 hour is acting because it's important to me in the swing trading because I'm gonna hold for me swing trading is gonna be probably like 2 days or 3 days, I wanna say, depending on how I feel it's gonna act. So I choose those 1 hour, 4 hour, daily, and weekly. Those are the swing trading time frames that I look at and see how they're forming.
Yeah. So time frame continuity. Time frame continuity, how can I explain it? Time frame continuity is just, I like to call it your neighbors. I just like to figure out how to say it my own way, but really all it is just utilizing 4 to 5 time frames so that you can know the price direction of the stock, right? So that also answers that's an answer that goes to the question of how do I know where the market's going. It's just utilizing 3 to 4, I said 3 to 4, 4 to 5. I like to use 3 to 4. That's just me. Um, However, the rule of thumb is 4 to 5 time frames at a time so that you can understand like where price is going. I think the best way to explain that would just be to just break up my chart. Um, let's do it like this. Well, I'll give you a visual because I do have the understanding that if I just say it, it just goes like over an individual's head. So let's use SPY right there. And there's a lot of different ways to utilize time frame continuity. God dang. God dang. I did not do this today. They lying. What was this? February the 1st. Oh, okay. Like, what time frame is this? Oh, monthly. That's all. Like, what the heck? Let's say is all this on SPY? No, this was not. All right. So, I guess I'll be unique. I'll be unique. What I mean by that is normally what you're gonna see about what time frame continuity is, you're gonna have a monthly up, right? My monthly's on the bottom right now. Don't mind all of that. Then you'll have a weekly up. Hey, why you do it that way? Well, I guess I gotta do it like this. A weekly up, and it tells you a story, like a beautiful story. And just how I'm putting my chart is how you should possibly be looking at the chart. And that's just to understand the time frame continuity. And shout out to DD Trades for having a fly chart. So when you already have your levels and things of that nature, you won't have to be having to look all the way to the left because you know exactly what's happening. You know what levels you're looking to penetrate. So you'll have your monthly, your weekly, your daily. Oh, why I keep doing that? Your daily, and then your hourly. Right? And that's where you hear 4 to 5 time frames, right? Because this is 4 to 5 time frames. And I'm just trying to do it like super different than I normally do it to see if it'll click in anybody's head this way. So as you're looking at this, you want to make sure that your chart is not negating, right? So as you're looking at your monthly is a 2 up, right? So the direction right now for the rest of this month, we have 8 days left. Is a 2 up, right? For our weekly chart, we have 2 days left, right? And we're still inside of that previous range, and it's a double inside candle. As well as when we come over to the daily, we have a 3 bar, right? And that 3 bar is letting us know, in other terms, is an engulfing candle, and it's letting us know that for me, it's still it's not negating for me. Utilizing these time frames, it'll be negating. And that's why time frame continuity is very important. Because once you start to utilize it in a way where the chart starts to not just only show you what you're trying to look for, but what it's trying to do, you're able to see a clearer picture and understand how to trade it. So time frame continuity is just utilizing at any given moment, say I was about to say 3 to 4, 4 to 5 time frames at one time, right? And that's also why you will see this right here, right? And that's why it's called TC, because this is time frame continuity as well, letting me know that we're up for the yearly, up for the quarterly, up for the monthly, up for the weekly, and up for the daily, right? So what I would say is this setup right here is really for a swing trader. Um, and it's just when you're able to start to identify the codes and the secrets that any teacher does, right? I would say DD Trades, I'm pretty sure, he's an educator. I'm pretty sure he puts nuggets and secrets into, his craft. And, you got to be able to uncover that. Um, and it's a journey and a beautiful thing to be able to uncover it, because once you're able to uncover certain things, certain questions come about that is really for your own journey, and it's designed. Trading is designed to be personal. You know what I'm saying? That's why, like, yeah, you can have an accountability partner. However, it's how you're utilizing that accountability partner. You know what I'm saying? Where are you utilizing that accountability partner because you're just scared and you're just fearful of trading, and you want someone else there? You know what I'm saying? Or is it, hey, I need this accountability partner because I am at the point where I know my mistakes and I am fighting my mistakes. However, I'm still in a little small struggle where it's like I'm telling myself to take these small profits, or I'm telling myself to take this small loss right now. Um, because I see what could potentially happen right now, and I'm still not at the point where it's like I can get out that trade. And what is that point? That point stops you because of greed. You know what I'm saying? And what I normally say, and I got this from just watching other traders and, successful people, is that when you're in profits, you're fairly, I wouldn't even say fairly, when you're in profits, you're more likely not to be optimistic and take your profits. Greed comes in. However, when you're losing a trade, you're more optimistic about that trade to, reverse, and recover for you, which that's the opposite. You know what I'm saying? Like when I was shouting out DD Trades a little earlier, that I brought in Bernice into the conversation. One thing about the Strat that's amazing is that the Strat places you in winning trades automatically, right? And yes, there's a probability to it. You know what I'm saying? Because it can place you into a losing trade automatically. Just looking at this, 2-1, you thought it was going to continue, right? However, this was the reversal, two down, two down, two up, inside bar, equilibrium. You would have thought it was a 2-1-2 to the upside, meaning this right here, where you see Zoom at, because I know sometimes I can't see where you see my recycling bin all the way to the left over here by Google Chrome, 2-1-2 bullish reversal continuation. You would have thought it was a continuation, right? Because that's one thing you have to note, and you would have heard, or you heard DD Trade communicate in that form, in that language, I would say, where he would talk about reversals or a continuation, right? Like a 2-bar continuation. If you go on my Instagram story, I literally have a play that I'm talking about, a two continuation play there as well. Let me pull the charts back up and look real quick, because it's always great to talk about the creator, the original of this. The highest probability, the highest probability, the highest probability. I'm gonna just say that again. The highest probability trades occurs when there is full time frame continuity, right? Time frame continuity is one thing, full time frame continuity is another thing, right? What on earth is that? Monthly, green, weekly, green, daily, green, hourly, green. Now I'll pull up my chart, and you're going to remember when I said it's not negating to me, right? 2 up, inside bar, We need a 2 up to continue on, right? 3, I'm gonna look at it like a 2 up anyways. I can break down the time frame and I can just do this and just be like, we're 2 up. I don't, oh, I did that one. That should be the hourly. This is the daily. I'll just take the daily to a 5-hour time frame, and I got my 2 up bar, and I was inside 2 up continuation. And it's just when you know the strat, you know the strat. Where did we have this daily? So time frame continuity, once again, just to address it, is having 4 to 5 time frames moving in the same direction, right? Meaning directional candles 2 up. This is not a 2 up, right? So we're actually going to be transitioning into the Rob Strat course where he's talking about these things as well. So what I would mention is when you're hearing things as negating, right? We're inside of this range. We're encapsulated inside of this range. We have not broken out of it, right? So this will be negating to you, right? Now, why is it negating? It's negating because we're down on our hour. You see how it's red right there, right? This is the same candlestick. Look, this candlestick, you can see where it starts at. Once you could read the chart and you split your chart up, this is how I was able to really understand time frame continuity. Where I split my chart up, use your eyeball, look at all 4 charts and look at the cursor. That's the same candlestick that we're looking at. So if I'm on this candlestick, you can see that that's the candlestick, that 2 down. That's what we stopping at, right? Because that's where it stops at for that time frame, right? So if we're looking at this one, we know that the candlestick is right there. That hammer that we're looking at right there, that's why it's still on that one. So if we're looking at this one, we know the candlestick is right there. That's why it's very important to understand a chart, right? And know what you're looking at. So once again, time frame continuity is having 4 to 5 time frames pushing in the same direction, whether it's going up or it's going down. If there's inside bar, it's not choppy, it's just an equilibrium and it's consolidating, right? It's just like when you seen DD Trace talk about the triangle and he was like, I'm pretty sure everybody drew triangles and stuff of that nature and it broke out. If you remember, he was talking about an inside bar and what was before it broke up, that was the 2 up and that was the inside bar right there, right? So what are inside bars? Inside bars here, I'll let you read it because the mind always loves to read things. If we're coming here, give me 1 second. I know I said this plenty of times. However, we're unlearning to relearn. So the more that we go over this and over this and over this, you will start to talk in this language and start to see this on the chart and be able to execute and maximize on your profits. So this one was actually created by Sarah Sniper. She does a wonderful job at explaining the strat as well, such as me, and as well as DD Trace. And I just like to drop beans. DD Trace, you about to learn me right now, my brother. Y'all be on the lookout for DD Trace's new strat ebook that's gonna be coming out. He stays very shush, but he got something fire developing for y'all.
Oh
And
yeah, for sure.
I was able to take a little peek at that, and I was like, well. So yeah, that's why I also said he explains the strat very, very well. So y'all be on the lookout for that. Right. So if we look right here, right, and we see that inside bar, and remember he was drawing a triangle. This isn't a triangle, it's a Browning formation right here, this purple line. However, just try to imagine a triangle going this way like this, right? So when you see that, and most likely, depending on the time frame that you're looking at, you need to back out or go in or back out or go in or go out and go out or go to your next door neighbor. You probably need some eggs or something. Go knock on the door, go to the next door. You know what I'm saying? It just depends. You was on a 5 hour, you was on a 5 minute time frame. Maybe you need to go to 6, maybe you need to go to 7, maybe you need to go to 8. You know what I'm saying? And it'll show you that inside bar, right? Inside candle consolidation, tightening range. And that's what that is. Whenever the opposite, that's why we call it broadening formation, is broadening the range, right? So when it's tightening the range, we know we're looking for a breakout. We just have to measure that move and know, hey, how much of that move are we going to get, right? So to just close it on out, I'll say, because I know a lot of us like to trade a certain type of way. I'll throw this bad boy here. No, we're just gonna do it right here. Put this bad boy right here on the 1 minute, right? And we're just gonna bring the chart over. We don't want those candlesticks, so you can really understand it. Probably gonna use this right here. All right, so we got that on the 1 minute. So we'll put this one on. I'm not gonna put that whole strategy out, so I'll just put the 5 minute here. What should we do here? Nah, we should do here the 15. No, no, we'll just do 30 here. Yeah, it should look pretty bad. Do 15 here. All right. And the way I just set this up is entering in on your 1 minute time frame right here. And utilizing these time frames. I'm not about to do a whole class though, because I know y'all. Well, drop a one. Oh yeah, I got questions. Hold on. Drop a one in the chat if you think if you think what I'm doing right now is fire. Because this is like stuff that this is full access. This is like stuff that I have planned for y'all. But I'm just going off the top of the brain, showing y'all certain things with time frame continuity. Just let me know if it's something that y'all like and y'all are able to understand what I'm talking about. If I don't get no ones, I'm just not going to do it because I'm gonna feel like, nope, y'all don't need that. DD trades answer that millions when it's green, it means that time frame is a green candle. Yeah. Yep. And the dotted lines captures the opening price based off the time frame shown, I believe. And the dotted line capture the opening price based on the time frame.
You have like a 5, 15, a 3, a 30, and a 60.
Oh,
It's basically showing where it is. Yeah, those ones. Yeah. I just wanted to kind of highlight to people what that means. It took me a long time to figure it out, but I just wanted to look that that's the opening candle.
Yeah, absolutely. I just don't be adding certain things because that's not time frame continuity. I don't want to confuse nobody more. But you understanding that's gonna be so amazing. All right, so we got 5 weekly. That didn't change the 30. But you're absolutely correct though. And for you to be able to take something home from that, to add on, since that's an understanding for you now, watching that will help you understand the uncoupling into the like time frame continuity. So if you just focus on that a little bit more, or like different time frames like 5, 10, 15, or whichever ones you put that it allows you to put on there, it'll start showing you that uncouple and things of that nature. Give me 1 second because I ain't even see the time. It's 9:18. DD Trade probably gotta go.
What's up, bro? I was just
Alright.
I was focusing on your charts actually.
Oh, okay. I didn't know. My bad, bro.
All good, all good.
I was just gonna speak on just one quick thing, because then I'll make this a whole class.
Oh yeah.
And if you want to just run on what time frame continuity means to you, then we could wrap this up and then we can start on the Ross Smith Strat class. So I have the 1 minute here, I have the 5 minute here, the 15 minute here, and the 30 minute here. And for anybody to be able to read it, that's where it says 15 minute, 30 minute, and 5 minute and 1 minute. Appreciate that call out, Milena. That's why I just did that 15 minute, 30 minute, just showing you where it's like what you did was super excellent and is actually helping me now. I just want to be able to give people those flowers when that energy is provided. So say I'm going to do this to make it a little easier because I know like this might throw y'all off. Let me get this candle, and I'm just gonna have to do this to the whole chart. Lord, how moss it. And I'm gonna just leave it on that 2 up right there. So that candle, I need to go ahead and take off this candle. Oh gosh. I gotta do it all. Oh my gosh, I just learned something new. Don't tell me so. If you tell me I could do this.
What are you trying to do on the
They
chart?
won't let, they won't let me do it. I was gonna see if they let me replay every single one of these at the same time.
Oh,
They won't let me do it. All right. So basically what I wanted to show them on the chart was when something is in full time frame continuity and it shows it to you on the chart. However, I'm gonna have to just show it to you like right here. Right. So you see, we're saying we're gonna trade the 1 minute time frame, right? Right. And we're seeing that, let's just say, we know that the 1 minute is not going to be green at the moment because we're trying to trade it into full time frame continuity, right? But let's just say that our daily is green, our weekly is green, our hours green. I'm literally giving you the strategy. Our hours green, and things of that nature. And now you're trading on the 1 minute or the 3 minute, doesn't matter, the 2 minute. However, you're utilizing your neighbors around you, which is the 5 minute, the 30, and the 15. And please, you see this dotted line that's going up and down? That's what you're going to look at on all four charts. You see the dotted line going up and down on all four charts? That's what you'll be looking at, right? So on this 1 minute, we ended up getting this pullback. And it doesn't matter where I go on this 1 minute, when I'm going to like these, like this, it's going to stay on the same candlesticks on all. This is the only one that's going to move it right here because the 5 minute gets a new candlestick. It's just so you can start understanding things, right? So we get a red 2 down, right? Off of a 2 up, 2 down reversal. We get an equilibrium, an inside bar, right? Also, I just note and just put a little bit of my strategy out there. What is that? Squeeze the bottom, right? Squeeze the bottom inside of a morning star, right? So with that being said, we have an inside bar right here. As we look over to our 5 minute time frame, what is that? That is going to be called a Momo hammer, right? That is a candlestick that opened up, pushed up, 2 up, and started to go down, right? And how I like to explain it is that it tested the 50% retracement of the previous candle, right? Bears could not continue, sellers could not continue to drive the price down, right? So they lost momentum and it started to shoot up. Not only did it start to shoot up, it also gave us an actionable signal. What is that actionable signal? It's not on the bottom of a downtrend, right? Like this one here, but that actionable signal right here off the Momo hammer is going to be a dragonfly, right? So what does that candlestick represent? Fly, dragonfly, fly, right? And especially if you find it at the bottom of a downtrend. So with that being said, we're going to take that break, right? That 2 up on this 1 minute candlestick, right? On this 1 minute time frame. Now you're in a reversal pattern on a smaller time frame. However, you're not fighting the continuity. You're trying to ride the continuity. So now that you have done that, and I can also just be fancy and be like, hey, look, this is a market structure break right here, right? Because this is your range. Remember when DD Trade was just talking about ranges and things of that nature? This is your range that you could not break out of, right? And it continued to come back down and just test that range, and then finally came back and started to break out of that range right here, right? Just testing that level. And what did we grab? A reversal pattern, 2-1-2 to the upside. So this is also like what Rob says, where it's like you don't have to be the first one in, right? You don't have to be the first one in. This one went 2 up right here. You didn't have to be the first one in right there. You got in right here, still on the next candlestick that went 2 up, and it still gave you a nice little bit move, a nice move, but you utilized the smaller time frame to be able to get in there. So what was I talking about? This inside bar. So it was that Momo hammer that we have here, which that Momo hammer on that time frame, especially a 5 minute time frame, right? The bigger the time frame, the bigger the confirmation. Bye-bye. Right. So that's how you got that. You ended up getting that 2 up right there. If I was to talk on any of the other ones, just had a phenomenal reversal right there on your 30 minute as you was, catching another reversal pattern. It's just when you know the strat and you know how to truly use it, and I'm really going to break all this down for you guys to be able to help you guys understand it, because I've done plenty of boot camps and just coaching people where it's like I found the most effective ways, right? So I know I didn't get a whole bunch of ones. Let me see, let me check the chat. Oh, I actually did. Let me shut up. I got a couple of ones. So I now know that you guys would like me to talk on the charts like that, right? Because this is going to be the best way that you're going to be able to understand the charts and be able to swing. And when I do swing classes, it's much more easier to comprehend when the time frames are broken down for you, and I just give you the analysis that way. However, like I was saying right here, it was just a phenomenal reversal, two down, two up, right? Morningstar reversal is that. And yeah, it's just very beautiful. All this is just a nice old cup and handle. And inside of this cup and handle, there's a lot of cup and handles and a lot of other patterns within the side of it. It's just a larger scheme of things is what it was creating. I know I was kind of long-winded. I just be going off the top of my head. So, do you want to touch on time frame continuity?
We can
Do
do that next time. Let's save
Yep.
that content for next time, yeah. Because I want to talk about it in slight in detail. So, we can do that next time.
Absolutely, my brother. We really appreciate you joining. Thank you for your time, DD Trades. I'm sure that we'll talk here soon, and we'll talk on when we'll do the next class and things of that nature. Before you jump off here, just want everybody to know to please look out for his Strat ebook. It'll be populated in the Discord as well, where you guys will be able to see it as well. So yeah, just be on the lookout for it.
Absolutely. I appreciate you having me here, bro. Hopefully, everyone, learn something or just, try to have an edge on, picking their trades, something that may happen. We'll do more classes later, for sure, with Moody. And me will, go over strat and like how I use my strategy to find trades and stuff like that. As well as how we can pick trades or how I do with swings and stuff like that. We can do that. I appreciate you everyone for having me. Thank you, Moody.
Thank you as well, brother. You enjoy the rest of your evening.
Take care, bro.
Likewise. Take care. Peace, peace. All right. Let me just start sharing my screen real quick. I got a question for y'all before we start this. Let me stop this recording.